Hi everybody, this is the very first game of the 2017 season, picked by Major League Baseball to stand alone with no other games to run in competition with it, so pretty much every big baseball fan is watching this game. You have to think that most of their reasoning was just because the Yankees are playing the Rays, because the Rays aren't known to really draw a huge portion of the national audience, but nonetheless, here's our first game of the season. We've got Chris Archer on the mound. He's going up against Tanaka, so it should be a good game. Both of those are aces, even though Archer struggled last season. We all know what he's capable of, and let's get this game started. So the first batter, we've got Brett Gardner for the Yankees, and he's going to slice one into left field, and that's Colby Rasmus out there in left field. He's a new addition to the Rays. The Rays have some nice power hitters in their lineup this year. You got Evan Longoria, who just is coming off of a 36 home run season. Brad Miller, can hit the ball out of the ballpark. He had 30 last year. And Colby Rasmus has really decent power. Now, he only hit 15 home runs last year. He had a really bad season last year, only hitting 206. But Colby Rasmus is also capable of 25 home runs plus. You also got Corey Dickerson, who hit 24. So the Rays have four guys right there who I think are capable of hitting 25 or more home runs in their lineup. So it'll be interesting to see exactly how they play out here in the AL East, because they've got some good teams they're up against. Everybody pretty much is picking the Red Sox or Blue Jays to win the division. Personally, I picked the Red Sox. The Blue Jays I picked as a wild card team. The Baltimore Orioles are dangerous, and a lot of people are picking the Yankees as the sleeper team in the league this year. I mean, they have a really good back half of the bullpen with Chapman and Betances, so we're just going to have to see how it shakes out. All right, so here we go against Tanaka. All right, Tim Beckham, he's going to pop it up right up the chute to the catcher, and that's out number 2. Now here's the big guy, Evan Longoria. He's been a career Tampa Bay Ray. Hopefully he spends his entire career with the Rays. That would be nice. You don't see that too often anymore. And he flies out to left field. So 3 up, 3 down against the Rays. And now Archer is back out there. Now Archer only won 9 games last season. He was 9-19. And here Colby Rasmus face plants against the wall. So Archer gives up a double. Anyway, he was 9-19, and one reason why a lot of people don't like the wins-loss stat for pitchers is just because of people like Archer. Archer had a .402 earned run average last year, which is decent. It's not terrible. He pitched 201 innings and struck out 233 batters, so those numbers are good. Those strikeout numbers are actually really good. However, the Rays supported him dreadfully. They only scored 3.48 runs of support in Archer's starts, which was the 5th worst in all of baseball. So basically every time Archer was out there, he had to give up maybe 1 or 2 runs at most. So that's got to be frustrating for a guy like Archer. So if the Rays can just get some runs for this guy, he can be back to being a 15-plus win pitcher. Now, if the Rays are going to go anywhere in 2017, they're going to need their starting rotation to just step up and go above and beyond. They do have some potential there. Jake Odorizzi is decent. Alex Cobb has the potential. He was horrible last season, but that's mostly because he had Tommy John surgery and struggled. So hopefully now that he's healthy, he'll be able to kind of right the ship and be a strong number 3 starter. Also, Blake Snell needs to continue to grow, and Matt Andriese needs to step up and have a good season. So I picked the Rays to finish in last place in 2017. It's just that I didn't really oh no. Brett Gardner puts one 4 rows deep, and the Yankees are out to a 1-0 lead. There's nothing that Souza could do about that one. So Yankees with a 1-0 lead. As I was saying, I have the Rays finishing last place. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if they end up going maybe 81-81. They have a decent closer with Alex Colomé. It's just I'm really not seeing it against the rest of the East. They're in a tough division. I'd like to see them get back to the playoffs. I was at the wild card game in 2013 when the Rays went to Cleveland and beat the Indians. And let me tell you, the Rays were awfully generous Chris Archer was throwing every ball up to all the fans. I want to say I got 10 balls that day. So I'm a big Rays fan. I like seeing them on the road. Last season in 2016, it was June 20th. If you have the time and can go back through my videos and find my June 20th video, the Rays came to Progressive Field and I snagged 26 baseballs in one game. And that was mainly due to the Rays' generosity. I had my daughter with me, so they threw me some extra balls because she was there. And also I found 9 baseballs out in the trees in Heritage Park. So my best ever game was with the Rays, 26 baseballs. Also in spring training, my best ever game was also at Port Charlotte, which is the Rays' spring training home. Now that was with the Baltimore Orioles taking BP. So my 2 best ever games, 26 and 26, were with the Rays. My best ever day was 34 baseballs at spring training this past season, but that was spread out over 4 different complexes, and this one just missed being a home run right off the top of the wall. Kiermaier scoops it up and throws it in. So Archer's given up a couple long hits today. Let's see if he can get out of this one. Here's a pop-up. Lomo's going to put that one away. Logan Morrison, by the way. If you had to ask me who I think their nicest guy in BP is, I'd probably pick Logan Morrison. He is just he's really consistent, hits lots of home runs. Always like seeing him, no matter if he was with the Marlins or the Mariners or the Rays. He's a good guy to camp out in right center field and catch a bunch of home runs. All right, now we're back to the top of the order. Here's Kiermaier again. He's going to actually break up the no-hitter. That's our first hit. I mean, it's not much of a no-hitter, and he gets picked off. So not a very good start to the inning. And that would have been a double play anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. Would have liked to have had a runner in scoring position there. It would have really paid off because here's Longo. Evan Longoria with a base hit. He's going to try to stretch it into a double, and he sneaks in there. So that's a double. Let's see what Brad Miller can do, and he strikes out. I would guess that Brad Miller is probably the most unheard of, underrated player in MLB. If you walked up to any Joe Schmo fan at any MLB stadium and asked, how many home runs did Brad Miller hit in 2016? They would say, who? Yeah, he hit 30 home runs, and just a lot of people, he's under the radar because he plays in Tampa Bay. If he played in Boston or New York or Chicago, everyone would know about him, but maybe that's good for him. Maybe he thrives in the small market without having the spotlight on him. All right, here we go. Colby Rasmus strikes out, so he's not hitting too well. And here's a weak roller out to the second baseman. That's 2 down. So need to get something going here soon. It's a 1-0 game in the 5th inning already. And that was a very poor swing by Souza. And that's the inning. So Tanaka is just rolling along. And we're into the top of the 6th already. So it's a pretty nice pitcher's duel here. These games are always fun to play just because they go quick. It's a lot better than playing like an hour-long game. These games tend to last maybe like 30 to 35 minutes. And then I just edit them down. I try to get them in under 15 minutes because there's a lot of dead time I can edit out with maybe like 3 pitches per at-bat that I can take off. And here we go. Here's a base hit to start off the inning. So Logan Morrison with a base hit goes the other way, goes with the pitch. That's going to bring up Curt Casali. Now, that's going to be a wild pitch to get Lomo into second base. Casali's probably not going to be there too long as the starting catcher. A lot of people might forget about this, but you got Wilson Ramos in the wings waiting to come back. Wilson Ramos was hurt last season. You might remember he tore up his knee, and he's trying to come back by May. So if he can get back in lineup by May, they're going to have him for 5 out of 6 months. All right, and you just saw there that Kiermaier hit into a double play, but we'll take it because it tied the game up, brought Logan Morrison home from third base. And here's Tim Beckham with a hustle double. So let's see if we can get him around to take the lead. It's going to be up to the big guy, Evan Longoria. That one might be caught. No, they're playing him deep. They're playing in no doubles, and they're a back. And they're not going to give up a double, but they are going to give up a base hit. And that's going to be the go-ahead RBI. So 2-1 Rays in the opener. The opener is sold out, by the way. I just went on to TampaBayRays.com, and there are no seats left. By the way, one annoying thing about the Rays is I always type in Rays.com and it takes me to this other website. It's just Rays. It's like a restaurant or something, like a business. You would think that the Tampa Bay Rays would pony up maybe like, I don't know, $500,000 or whatever it would take and buy the website off of Rays, because I'm sure that happens to a lot of people. People trying to get to the website to buy tickets or look up a roster or get their news. Okay, well, I'm taking Archer out of the game. He's up over 100 pitches. I think that was his 107th pitch. So I'm going to the bullpen. Hopefully their bullpen is strong. We're going to start off here by bringing in Danny Farquhar. Danny Farquhar had some pretty decent seasons with the Mariners. I'm looking for a double play ball here. Let's see if we can get it. And he comes up and gives up a base hit promptly, so that's not what I wanted. First and second. So now Xavier Cedeno is going to come in. Cedeno's a lefty. They have two lefty batters coming up in a row. You got Brett Gardner and Jacoby Ellsbury. And he throws a wild pitch. So second and third now. Let's go Cedeno. There it is. There's a strikeout, making me look good. That was a good move, bringing him in, and a little chopper back to the pitcher. We're going to get out of this inning. So it's still 2-1. Cedeno does the job, gets his two lefty batters out. And now we're back at the plate trying to knock Tanaka out of the game. And this is going to be a little blooper, but it's going to be caught for the first out of the inning. There's a line drive base hit into right field, so we'll take that. And here comes Joe Girardi. So Tanaka's going to come out of the game. Now the Yankees don't have the lead, so I don't expect to see Betances or Chapman. They're going to bring in Tyler Clippard, who's like a middle relief guy for them, and he gets a double play. So nice job by Clippard to get out of the inning and get Logan Morrison to get doubled up there. Here's Tommy Hunter. I remember him mostly from his time with the Baltimore Orioles. Pretty effective pitcher. He throws pretty hard. He's about a 95-mile-an-hour guy. He's going to be a middle reliever, I think, for the Rays, but I'm using him here as a setup guy. And he gets a lazy fly ball out there by the Rays tank. By the way, Tropicana Field's a pretty nice stadium. I've been to 4 games there. The one thing I don't like about the Trop is that their gates only open 90 minutes early Monday through Thursday. On the weekends, it still opens up 2 hours early. And here's a home run from Kurt Casale. So Kurt doesn't want to give up his playing time just yet to Wilson Ramos. He's going to make a bid to maybe get some DH time when Ramos comes back. And that was a no-doubter. Like, he hit that one, and he immediately clapped his hands. He knew it was gone. It's now 3-1. And we're going to try to pour it on here. Here's another base hit. That's a little dinker. I'm going to try to stretch it into 2. No, I'm not. Uh-oh. So Kiermaier got a little greedy there and ends up costing him. That's his second base running error that he's made. He was picked off of first base earlier in the game, and that would have been a double play anyway. So Tim Beckham's good at making me not feel bad, because both base running errors he's finished up with, or he's followed up with a hard grounder to second base that would have been a double play anyhow. All right, it's the 9th inning. Alex Colomé, the closer, is on. He gets a deep fly ball, about 350-foot fly ball out to left field that Rasmus puts away. And another pop-up. So that's 2 quick outs. 1 more out to go. It's a 3-1 game. So the fans are all up on their seat, ringing their cowbells and whatnot. And the pitch, that one's going to be in there. Oh, Rasmus misplayed it. Oh, totally got by him there. That's going to be probably a base hit and an error to get the runner to second base. So the tying run comes up to the plate. Here we go. The pitch. And let's see if Kiermaier can get it. Kiermaier, take that, Kiermaier. You're quicker. And he's got it. That will be the final out. The Rays take opening day by a score of 3-1. And Chris Archer gets his first win of the season, much needed after a 19-loss 2016. So the Rays starting out the season on the right foot at home. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll try to make more of these opening day videos. There are a lot of opening days, so there's 30 of them. I doubt I'll get to all 30, but I'll try to do some more. I do like talking about the home teams and focusing on them. But please subscribe, and thank you for watching. See you all later.